Hi, Jim. Welcome to Enterprising Donegal Business Week 2011. A lot of the attendees at today's event will be small business owners and people thinking of starting a business in the Northwest. What would be your main advice for small businesses at the moment?
Well, I suppose one of the key things we need to remember is that government has a very important role to play in the development of the small business sector, but I don't believe government is a creator of jobs. I think government creates the environment where jobs can be created by the SME sector. We are in the middle of a pretty deep economic crisis, but I think in many respects there is never a better time for a small business to start up than in an environment of economic difficulty. You know, the cost base has come down, it's easier to get premises, it's easier to get labour. So at that level, it's a good time to set up a business. One of the biggest issues I think over the next couple of years will be access to credit, and I would advise anybody either in business or contemplating going into business on their own in the near future, be very careful about the credit situation. It is scarce, it is becoming more expensive. So but if you can get the credit in place, you know, clearly if you can get your business idea up and running, I think the imperative in the medium term, in the short term at least, will be, you know, manage your costs carefully. Do not engage in expenditure that will seriously expose you in the first couple of years of your business enterprise, because a lot of small businesses do tend to fail in the first couple of years. So be careful how you do it, be prudent in terms of your spending, make sure you have a guaranteed credit facility in place, because as I said, over the next couple of years credit will be a scarce commodity.
Okay. And could you summarise some of the key points and topics from your presentation today?
Well, for a small open economy like Ireland, where exports are so important, what's happening in the outside world is vital to the success of this country. And in that context, the external economic environment has got significantly better over the last couple of years. So the world economy is growing. That means that export markets are growing. Domestically, we are obviously in the middle of a difficult economic situation. The export side of the economy is doing very well. The manufacturing side is doing pretty well. Domestic demand is dead because people lack the confidence to spend the money which they still have. So I think the key role for government over the next couple of years, and I think particularly in its first 3 months in power, will be to try and reinstill confidence in the people of Ireland, get them believing that they're getting solid leadership, get them believing that there is a future for the country, and that will then start to inspire confidence and get people spending. In terms of the small business sector, I firmly and passionately believe that the Irish economic model is going to have to change. Over the last 15-20 years, the construction sector and the multinational sector have been regarded as the only real drivers of economic growth and development in this country. I think that is going to change. We're now going to have to start focusing in on the SME sector, which will be particularly important for rural and regional economies. You know, in that context, it is absolutely imperative for government to create the environment where small businesses can thrive and prosper. Getting credit flowing to the small business sector is going to be extremely important. Trying to reduce commercial rates and local authority charges, which are now a major impediment for small businesses, is going to be vitally important. And I think generally government is going to have to continue to pursue this competitiveness agenda. We did lose total control over the costs of doing business in the country. We've got to continue to push those down to make Irish business more competitive. And I think provided government does all of those things, that, you know, the future for small businesses will be bright in this country. But obviously in the near term there are immense challenges to be overcome for the national economy.
Great. Once again, welcome to Letterkenny and Donegal, and thanks so much for your time today.
You're very welcome, Mike. Thank you.